So I just saw Supergirl, the second film of the DCU and the fourth overall project, and I gotta say, I didn't like this movie that much. But I want to start this review by talking about the aspects of the movie that I liked. I think Millie Alcock as Supergirl was a good performance. She brought in a lot of good emotional moments, even without her having to say a single word. You understood her thought processes and the emotions she was trying to convey. But my favorite performance in the movie was Jason Momoa. And though it's not glowing praise, I think the action in the movie was serviceable. But sadly, that's where my praise for this film ends, and it's time to talk about the things that I didn't like. The pacing of this film. It doesn't really work, and it feels like it's speeding through some of the more important details and some of the more emotional moments while going slower on things that don't really need to be reinforced to the level that they're trying to do. Coupled by the fact that I don't think this movie really centralizes Supergirl as the focus of this story. It's more about the girl she's assisting throughout the film, and I don't care about this character. In fact, I found her very annoying. The other thing that bothered me in this film was the music. When I saw that this was still being compared to Guardians of the Galaxy, I didn't understand until I watched the film. And it's got less to do with the overall plot, though it does share some similarities to Guardians 3, and more to do with the fact that the music choices in here feels like somebody aspiring to do Guardians of the Galaxy things that James Gunn did with his films, but not recognizing what music should be used in his choices and what works best for the scenes and for the characters themselves. I also thought the villain in the movie was completely unmemorable. The aspect of the movie that I really just don't understand and didn't like was the cinematography. We're in outer space. This should be a colorful and interesting looking adventure, even if we're covering some dark subject matter. When you compare this to the Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow book, that leaps off the page. It's got beautiful, interesting colors that draw you into the story. I gave Superman a 7.5 out of 10, but this film is getting 4 out of 10. And hopefully the next outing in the DC universe is a lot better. But what do you think? 1A! 1A!